I went from a BMW to this, and I've always felt the BMWs have the highest level of engineering, but this bike definitely comes close.
One more wine and one more whiskey, and we just kept the car in park and dim the headlights so we see the stars. Let them tell us where we should start. And I'm scared as hell because there's no way to know this goes. Say, I promise to give you my all, but it might break me, it might break me, break me, it might break me, break me, it might break me down. I won't let you down, but it might break me, it might break me, it might break me down. The sight of you, it makes me dizzy.
So I just took it down some easy gravel to try it out. I just couldn't resist. Easy gravel road. It was a heavy, windy gravel road, and I was more concerned about oncoming trucks or coming around the bend or anything like that than I was about the gravel. It just felt very comfortable on gravel. And considering I don't have a lot of experience with gravel or off-roading, I'd say that that's a pretty good indication that the bike it's ready to go. It's all up to me. Okay, so just pulled over here to give some more impressions. So been riding it a little bit more, and I'm going to show you a couple more features on the bike that I didn't mention before. So one of the features is the cruise control. Forgot to mention that. The cruise control, I think, it's not something you'd use every day, but I was trying it out, and I think it would be nice if you were on a real long trip and you're doing a long stretch of highway or something like that. It certainly does give your hand a rest, so I thought that was pretty cool. The auto turn signal cancel is nice. You know, you don't have to constantly be clicking your turn signal button all the time thinking, did I turn it off? Did I turn it off? You know, you don't have to worry about that anymore. It comes off right away. Other than that, the bike's handling smoothly. It's handling nice. Another thing I noticed when I was talking about the kickstand seeming kind of short, and the bike, like as you can see, seems like more lean than what you think it should have. I pulled over on a section of highway and or the side roads there, and I pulled over where you just kind of go off the pavement and a little onto the gravel. So the gravel or the pavement was a couple inches higher than where I was parked, and what that did is it made the bike, you know, much more upright when I put the kickstand down by a couple of inches. And I thought, well, let's see that'll make it seem kind of comfy. But when I got off the bike, it was extremely precarious. It was almost too upright because it felt like it was gonna, it didn't feel safe. It felt like it was gonna swing the other way. It felt like it was gonna fall over to the right. So it really does need to lean that much to be safe for it, especially when you're getting on and off the bike, because it's such a tall bike that you know, you're moving it a bit and your center of gravity is higher, so you don't want it to lean too much upright when you're parking it. So if that kickstand was longer, I think it would be a huge danger of it falling to the other side when you're getting on and off the bike. So believe it or not, that's where it needs to be, that kickstand, from what I discovered there. Other than that, just having a great time. This isn't really about the bike, but if you ever get yourself a nice Zumo Garmin 396 GPS, one of my favorite applications on this app, and it's not on right now, but it's wired in, it turns on whenever you start up the bike. The favorite app in this GPS is definitely got to be the round trip app, because like today, I didn't have any jobs for the afternoon, so I had, you know, 2 or 3 hours that I could go out on the bike. Great, you got 2 to 3 hours? All I do is program into the app, I want to go on a 2-hour tour, and it'll program a round trip. It uses the parameters of that you put in. I put in, you know, do the adventure route, find the adventurous curvy roads, you know, and all that sort of thing. It's right now it's programmed to avoid gravel, but once I get my crash bars and everything installed and a little more experience, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to say, go ahead, find gravel roads too. So it just programs a nice route, and it seeks out the most exciting roads for you to go. And you end up finding these roads that you never knew existed. And it's really, it's quite fun. And you know exactly when you're going to be back. So I love that as well about it too. So I just wanted to add those things to my thoughts on the bike. So this is going to be a growing experience. I've got it booked in for next month to get crash bars on it, center stand, and some other stuff, some front lights. So that's going to be a video in itself when I show you all the accessories. But until I get those crash bars on, I don't want to go messing around on the back roads and the gravel when I'm not that experienced with this bike yet. So let's just be patient. Let's get used to it on the pavement. Get used to handling the bike. It's feeling better and better all the time. I can definitely see why people are saying it's the dream bike. So another thing I wanted to mention about this bike, and if any of you know me from past videos, you know that I went from a BMW to this, and I've always felt the BMWs have the highest level of engineering. But this bike definitely comes close, because you can feel the engineering in this bike, the electronic engineering and the mechanical engineering in this bike. I mean, for example, when you try to come to a stop, or you're coasting to a stop, and you hit your rear brake pedal, as you're using the rear brake pedal, you can hear things changing in the engine. You can hear it gearing down. It knows as soon as you hit that pedal, it knows that you're ready to slow down or you're ready to get control. It knows what angle you're tilting at. It knows how fast you're going, and it calculates all this stuff. and works it into exactly how this engine and transmission are working, and how it relates to the bike, the suspension, everything is all connected. It's not like an old school bike where it's just a mechanical, you know, you stop, you go, and you do everything. It's that smart, the engineering in this bike, and you can sense it when you're driving it. I hit the brakes up top. It also activates things as well, you know, how fast you're going, what angle you're tilting, if you're going uphill or downhill. It just knows all that stuff. So some people, some of the old school guys may not like that. They may not like all that electronic engineering, but because I come from a high level scooter that had all that in it, and this is just an upgrade from that, I'm embracing it and I'm using it to its full potential.